Hi and welcome back to the Christmas headquarters with your hosts
Arne and Carlos, and yes, this is the Arne and Carlos 2023 Advent calendar, and we come in every day to give you a little bit of our Christmas joy, and also reveal more rounds of the mystery stocking that we're knitting together, and which is free to do. I mean, you're all free to knit it, and it's for free. So once you have seen this podcast, go to arnecarlos.com/blog and download the 6 rounds of the day for free. The pattern will remain free until December 25th, and on December 26th it will become a paid pattern, so you still have some time to download everything before it's too late. Well, it's never too late.
No, it's never too late.
It's just, it will be paid.
But if you knit with us, you will have a new Christmas stocking for the 24th of December. And yes, you have to light the 3rd candle.
Yay! We get to light 3 candles today.
The 3rd of Advent.
So one is for joy, one is for hope, and I suppose one is for, in Norwegian, Lengsel.
Is that longing, maybe?
And Lengsel translates to longing. I don't know if that's the intended word in English, but it is the one in Norwegian. So we're down to 3 candles, and we've got 1 more left. That means that Advent is getting closer and closer by the time you see this.
And I think we have to go out and get more almonds and stuff, because I've been in the...
You've been munching on your almonds like a little squirrel, haven't you?
We need them for the glögg, you know, that hot drink you mix with wine, and you put raisins and almonds in there. I had eaten a lot of them.
Yeah, and how cool, Arne, that you mentioned glögg. Because for our members here on YouTube, we are doing a whole making glögg in the kitchen.
So we need to go and get almonds.
Well, we've already, I mean, by the time you see this, the glögg episode will be available for members as well. And actually, because it's Christmas, it's available for all our members, including supporters and Tier 1 and Tier 2. So if you're a member, head over to the Arne and Carlos member area and learn a little bit more about glögg, which is mulled wine. And we've got 2 different types of mulled wine that we like, a white one and a red one. So, you know, we've got recipes so you can enjoy your mulled wine. We're actually having tea, so no mulled wine for us today.
Tea time today.
But we probably will a little bit later too.
Yeah. And I brought down the sweater, the copying of this sweater. I'm working on the sleeves right now, and now I think I have the same width, more or less. And then I'm going to take this off and put this on this one.
Yeah, and is that the failed one?
That was the first one, and this one came out too tight. It was, I had to cast on more stitches, and I'm going to decrease more. I decreased on every 6th round, but I think I had to decrease on every 5th maybe.
Yeah.
See. But, you know, I have no problem.
And it's an exact
unraveling.
It's an exact replica. I do see that the...
it's exactly the same.
Well, except that the white you're using is cleaner.
Yeah.
You're using more optic white, and the white here on the pattern is more of...
off-white.
Off-white cream, maybe. Yeah. It's got a little yellow. We have that in Norwegian wool, though, the vanilla.
This is Norwegian wool, but I wanted to have the white one.
The white.
White.
Okay, yeah.
So it's coming. This will be my Christmas knitting now.
Yeah, now that we're done with, we're not done with the stocking yet, but now that we're almost done with the stocking.
When the Christmas comes, then...
Yeah, exactly. Then
the
after
stocking
that...
is finished, and then I can work on this one.
Correct.
So it would be nice.
Maybe
we can show it later on Sit and Knit and see how it works.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll be showing the progress during Sit and Knit for a bit in 2024. Yeah. And as you all know, nowadays we don't do Wednesdays anymore, so it's always on Sundays. Every other week we've got a regular tutorial, and every other week we've got Sit and Knit for a bit, where we talk about everything, not only knitting. And you guys get to knit while we talk.
Yes.
That's the whole point of Sit and Knit for a
and
bit.
We can show the progress.
Yeah, so usually we do we talk, we do a little show and tell here also on our Advent calendar. But today we actually have a few things to say about the pattern itself that we're going to reveal. So why don't we just do that, reveal, and then talk about the pattern, maybe do a little history, and then we'll go to the comments, Arne.
Yes, so
change it up a bit.
Yeah, so this is how it, but I guess most of you understood what was coming. So this is the dansebord, we call it, the dancing border, and it's a very typical Norwegian pattern.
Which also exists in many other knitting cultures. Why don't you show the whole stocking now for people to see? You see how much it's growing?
So in our Christmas ball book, the first book, we call this the dance around the Christmas tree.
Because it's knitted on a knitted ball, which is around.
Yeah.
And actually here on the stocking, it's also around. So and we have that tradition in Scandinavia. I don't know if you guys have it in your cultures, but here in Scandinavia, we dance around the Christmas tree with the kids.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really ugly tree that you have to put up against the corner.
You can,
because
but you
the
can
tree
walk like this.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? When the tree is so asymmetrical and ugly that you need to squish it in a corner.
We had that when I grew up. We call it the wall tree.
The wall tree, yeah. But if you don't have one, you can dance around the tree with the kids and sing Hej tomtegubbar or something.
But we went from the wall and back to the wall around in a half circle when we were kids.
Yeah, and I know that here in the districts in Norway, so if you live in the countryside, they'll host Christmas tree parties after Christmas. So between Christmas and New Year, you can go to a Christmas tree party.
Yeah.
What is that exactly, Arne?
That is like when I grew up, it was in the, what's it called, the bedehus?
Yeah, it's the bedehus is another traditional Norwegian thing. It's a prayer's house, but it's actually not. It's actually used for social activities when you live in the countryside and you don't have that social infrastructure as you may have in other places.
But I think in the old days they had like missionaries coming and they had some speaking.
In the old days, that's why the word bedehus exists. Yeah. But in modern times, and I'm talking even as even you as a kid, modern times when that stopped, the bedehus became more of a social center.
Yeah, it was like, I remember we went there for Christmas. The Christmas
Christmas tree party.
Yeah, and we went there for bazaar. Bazaars, and
we've done a lot of Arne and I
funerals.
have done and we've done a lot of lectures in bedehus.
That's what we do in bedehus.
And when we do our Svalbard Express on Hurtigruten, which is the knitting under the midnight sun, we travel by bus to bedehus, a prayer house in Lofoten. In Stamsund, and to listen to Ragnhild talk about Norwegian wool, yes, but Lofoten wool.
Yeah, and I think there was like a bazaar also on the Christmas tree party.
Yeah.
Evening.
Probably.
And then there was a huge Christmas tree in the middle of the room, and then we had to walk around it and sing, and there was a piano in the room. Yeah. Someone was playing.
But nowadays, I think those parties are more social. You drink, I don't know if you drink alcohol.
No, not in the
probably not in a bedehus, but you will go there. You have coffee. You'll socialize with your friends. Maybe mulled wine, alcohol-free mulled wine. Socialize with your friends and have a nice time.
But it was a big thing. I remember many people came. So that when you walked around the Christmas tree, there was a small circle in the middle, and they say the first circle went that way, then the circle on the other side that way, and then that way. So they were like going different ways.
So that's a Christmas tree party. In Norwegian, a Christmas tree party is, you say juletrefest. So jul is Christmas, jule, tre means tree, fest party. So Christmas tree party. And the other word, bedehus, bede is to pray, and or be is to pray. Bedehus is prayer house.
Prayer's house. Yeah. And I remember I won bazaar. I won a UFO.
An unfinished project or a literal UFO?
No, a UFO.
A Star Wars something?
Like a rubber UFO.
Ah, okay.
No, a cardboard UFO with a plastic house on top, and there was an alien inside, and there was a rubber band, and you should shoot it. Okay. And I remember I took it home and I shot the UFO out in the kitchen, and it disappeared under a kitchen cabinet.
And never again.
And never seen it again.
Yeah.
It went probably out in space.
Wouldn't you have preferred to have won a real UFO that you could finish?
That could be cool.
I mean, we buy them now, so I mean, we spend money on that.
I could win a UFO.
And then you could finish it. Anyway, a lot of people have asked us about our favorite Christmas ball patterns that we ever did. And I always say that my favorite is the dance around the Christmas tree. I love it so much. Yeah. It is such a cool, cozy thing. Everybody's holding hands. Everybody's having a nice time. Nobody's fighting. It's just a lovely pattern.
And tell us about the pattern, Carlos.
Okay, so this pattern is actually not Norwegian. It actually belongs to a lot of cultures. It is used in Norway. It is used in Denmark. It's a Faroese pattern. It's also Estonian and Latvia. It's traveled around, and it's used quite a lot in Northern Europe. And if you look at a map of Northern Europe, you see Iceland, you see the Faroe Islands, you see Shetland. They go right down. Then you continue down to Denmark and Norway, of course. From Shetland, it's very quick to go to Norway or to Denmark. So, and then from the other side, you've got the Baltic states, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, and they can travel, via Finland to Sweden. So it's all connected, and it's all universal, really.
Yeah, and in the Faroe Islands, I think this is one of the important patterns.
It is, yes.
Because we went there on the Svalbard Express.
No, on top of the world.
On top of the world, and on the cruise, and then we went to Eldvik in the Faroe Islands, and from there we took the bus to Torshavn, and the bus driver took us around a circle, like a roundabout in a tunnel. Yeah. He wanted to show us this art installation or sculpture.
Yeah.
And that was these people holding hands.
Yes.
So he drove us around,
it was very
extra
nice.
round, so we could see it. That was cool.
It was, yeah. And I mean, historically speaking, you're looking at the kind of the mid to the, I would say more the end, the 1880s, around there and more. And you see this industrialization of knitwear, and how trading companies trade. I mean, the trading companies are from Iceland or Denmark, or, and they go up and down, and then they kind of distribute this kind of knitwear, and then the patterns are kind of taken by the different cultures around there. So it's Danish companies, it's Icelandic companies, and that way the knit is spread, to Norway or maybe the Baltic, and then it goes up, it goes down, it goes all over the place. Yeah. There's all this trade going on. And that's how the pattern spread.
I mean, we took out these ones.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite mittens that I have. I have actually not knitted these, surprise, surprise, but neither has Arne.
No.
We bought these in Selbu, and these are traditional Selbu mittens made by a local in Selbu. And the reason we bought them was because we went there and we did some interviews. Yeah. We talked to locals about Selbu knitting, and then we felt that we wanted to support them. So we bought 2 pairs of mittens. Yeah. And this is a men's pair, and you can see that because the cuff is actually knitted in stockinette, and then you have a very small rib at the bottom. So this is the characterization for a men's Selbu mitten, and it's got our lovely little dance around the Christmas
version
tree.
Of this one. You can do many different kinds.
And and I love these. And the reason why I bought these, I mean, there's a huge selection because a Selbu mitten doesn't necessarily even have to have this. A Selbu mitten can be so much. But when I was going to choose, I selected one with the dance because I love it so much.
There's even a little one on the tongue.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a little
cute little one.
Single one.
Cute little dancer.
No, he left the group.
Yeah. So yeah, these are my favorite mittens. I love them so much, and I take good care of them, and I don't use them very often, but I do use them occasionally. So yeah,
they're nice, beautiful mittens.
Yeah. So that was a little history lesson. Trade spread these patterns all over the place, but it is an important Faroese pattern. It is also Danish. It's Norwegian. It's from the Baltic. Yeah. It's from everywhere.
Everywhere.
So and it's lovely to incorporate it. And I think that in the stocking, you should think about the juleträfest.
Yeah, I think it's a very Christmassy motif in a way. Yeah. Because it reminds us about the walk around the Christmas tree.
And I see that you've embellished the skirts as well, if you compare to... Yeah. These are more plain, the skirts, than these.
But they have knickers. What's that in English?
They have knickerbockers, yes.
You see, these guys have knickerbockers.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. You can see the men are wearing...
Or riding.
The men are wearing knickerbockers, and here they're wearing...
They're more skinny
tights
jeans.
Or skinny jeans, yeah.
Could be the trouser, the one you use for riding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have the Advent calendar.
But as always, you go to arnecarlos.com/blog and you download your pattern for today, the 6 rounds of the day, for free. And tomorrow, I can't wait to see, because we'll probably... I mean, it's kind of obvious now that we're doing a mashup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Very
so
obvious. I don't think this will turn into something different.
No, it will not turn into something different. And it will be very exciting to see what the next few days are going to bring. I'm thinking there's going to be more mashups, I guess.
Probably.
Or maybe a monster, who knows?
You never know.
Yeah. Are you looking at my hands again?
No. I'm looking at this one.
Oh, okay.
The Advent calendar sweater. And we have comments.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what they have inside. So you take this one.
Okay. Ooh, this is from our summer table setting that we did outside, which which I had so much fun doing.
Well, not me.
Sorry?
I don't think it's funny
to set a beautiful table. No. Why?
No, because I don't think it's so fun. I just eat.
But you like beautiful things, don't you? Yes. Okay, summer table setting ideas. 2 months ago, Wendy Dave, 3874. She writes, "Love this video. Your dishes and flatware are gorgeous. Also coming from a fellow Virgo, this video is something that a lot of people should view on how to set a beautiful table properly." Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
Virgo.
You see a fellow Virgo who finally gets it.
You see, I'm not a Virgo.
No, you're not.
I just throw things on the table.
Yeah. But you know, throwing things on the table doesn't make it beautiful. You do need to take a little care in what you do. Anyway, I'm glad that we fellow Virgos understand each other. And yeah, why shouldn't you have a beautiful table? I love beautiful tables.
I like it also. But I can't do it unless you're telling me how to do it.
Well, you could if you put a little effort.
Maybe.
You don't have to follow what I want to say is you don't have to follow rules. It's not about the rules. It's how you do it and how it ends up looking. So if you throw things on the table, that's not nice. But if you start putting things the way you want them to be, you don't really have to follow any rules. As long as there's a plate, a knife and a fork, a couple of glasses, and maybe some flowers and some candles.
It could be like the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland.
Exactly.
That is a beautiful table.
But that's what I mean,
but that's also beautiful, yeah.
That's what I mean. You don't have to follow the rules. The knife doesn't have to go on the left. Or sorry, on the right. The fork doesn't have to go on the left. You can put them on the plate if you want. You can put them wherever you want. You can put them on some dish or bowl. Put them in there, and people can, you can do everything really.
Yeah.
As long as it looks nice.
But you're good at it. Okay, from SacFab, and it's
an acronym for sit and knit for a bit.
Eileen Ginsensky 543 2 months ago. Redigert.
It means she went back and she edited it afterwards.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, what a lovely gift this episode was. At the end of a stressful day, nothing is better than sitting down with you two as if I'm there with you. Well, maybe you are.
Maybe you are.
And share in the latest of your activities and adventures. And by the way, nothing sounds more enjoyable than a knitting dinner cruise while discussing knitting with you.
Ah, okay. I believe we went on the Telemark canal and we talked about it in a sit and knit for a bit.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I look forward to a relaxing summer of viewing your videos. As always,
Thank you for your...
Thank you. Wow, I'm so bad when it comes
No.
As always...
It's okay.
Thank you for sharing. P.S. Love the pajama gardener shorts. Thank you.
Thank you. And guess what? We bought some new pajamas when we were in Japan because we always buy pajamas. My favorite pajamas to wear, they are from a brand called Muji, M-U-J-I, Muji.
They're soft.
You can find them in the US, you can find them in the UK, all over Europe. They are beautiful pajamas.
Maybe in Scandinavia you have to go to Denmark or Sweden.
Sweden.
We don't have them in Norway.
Not anymore, we used to. And they're made of this double gauze fabric. They're wonderful. Yeah. And we got some new pajamas, thinking of the pajama gardeners next year.
Maybe we should have some pajama gardeners next summer.
So stay tuned for more pajama gardeners.
So we have pressed reset and we start the second competition. This competition goes on from the 13th of December to the 24th of December. And Carlos, what can people win?
So it's a brand new prize, completely different from the yarn that you could win from episodes 1 to 12. Now, Prim has been very kind, and they are supporting these episodes, and they're also providing the prize. The grand prize is the incredible Vario Creative tool, a perfect tool to use in order to attach rivets and press-on buttons and things like that to your projects. Really, really good price, and you really want to win this. This is an ergonomic tool. It's very precise, works every time, and it's amazing. We saw it demonstrated at the H&H Cologne, and we absolutely love it. In addition to this, you will also win a lot of accessories like eyelets and rivets. We've got tons of these here.
And a table clamp.
And a table clamp. So you really want to win this prize.
Yeah. And Carlos, what do people have to do to win this gift?
All they need to do is answer a question and put the answer in the comments down below. The question is very easy. We're looking for a date again, and we would like to know which year did we post our very first video here on YouTube. So we're looking for the year when we posted the first video here on YouTube. You might find the answer if you snoop around in our YouTube channel. I think you might find it, so maybe try snooping around and having a look and see if you can find that answer. We will select a random lucky winner after Christmas who will win this prize.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We would also like to give a big shout out and a big thanks to all our members. It is because of our members that we are able to do a free knit along and a free pattern this year. Yeah. So thank you so much if you have been supporting our channel financially. We really appreciate it.
And if you like our videos, you can press on the thumbs up, or you can be a subscriber. And if you're a subscriber, put on your notifications, because then you won't miss an episode. And you can also put yourself on the mailing list, because then you really don't miss anything. Or you can be a member.
Yeah, for additional content, consider becoming a member. Members get a lot of additional things like emojis designed by us. There are monthly shenanigans, cooking episodes. There are monthly live Q&As where we offer our knitting help. And you also get a weekly 15-minute catch-up with us. So there's lots of things to enjoy.
And there's more to come.
And there's more to come. So all you need to do is go to our YouTube channel here at arnecarlos.com. Go to the main page, look for the subscribe button, and next to the subscribe button, there is a join button. Click on that, select your tier, and you are ready to go.
So
yes.
That's it.
So we will be back with a new episode tomorrow. So stay tuned as we continue revealing the clues for the mystery sock along or stocking along.
Stocking along.
Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow, Arne.
Bye.
Bye.